my name is Sarah Barahona. I have been coming to Beacon, I should have thought of this answer beforehand, for a long time, since I was 18, so over 10 years, 12 years. I don't remember how old I am. Like 12 years. That's okay. Who Jesus is to me today. Jesus is everything. He's my best friend. He's my savior. He's the one I can always rely on, the one that loves me unconditionally in a way that no one else ever could. I didn't grow up knowing Jesus. I didn't grow up going to church. I knew who Jesus was, but never had a relationship with him until I was 19. I came to know Christ. And that changed everything for me, being able to know who he is and what he's done for me. It was definitely a gradual experience for me. It wasn't one of those boom and my whole life has changed. It was more of this journey of I woke up one day and my entire life was completely different and I was completely different. But I would say a big pivotal point for me was going to Alpha. It was I think it was the first Alpha we ever did here at Beacon. And just hearing the people around me talk about Jesus, talking about the Bible and how they knew these stories of the Bible and these different characters and the way that it interacted with their lives. And I couldn't even comprehend how they knew all of this information because I had never been told that I could actually read the Bible for myself. So I got glimpses into other ways that other people got to commune with Jesus and spend time with him. And then I wanted that for myself. I wanted to have that relationship with God and have that relationship with Jesus and start reading the Bible and understand the things that they understood. You know what I mean? And that was a real turning point for me because it started me having an actual relationship with God. I think the way I acted and spoke started to change, little changes. Being happier was definitely there was a different kind of joy in my heart even when things were tough, and a joy that wasn't rooted in earthly things. You know what I mean? I grew up in Catholic church, but my family didn't really go at all. Maybe some of the big holidays, but not really. It was more we celebrated Easter, we celebrated Christmas, but we didn't go to church. But my grandma would take me to church. She was the one that really helped set a foundation of Christianity in my life. She's actually also the one that dragged me to Alpha. Picked me up from my house and told me I was going. I'm pretty sure she registered me for it too. I don't think I registered myself. So yeah, I grew up going to the Catholic church, received all my sacraments. But I didn't know who Jesus was. I knew Jesus, but I didn't know him. It was just kind of things that I had to remember. I went to CCD and Sunday school and that kind of stuff because you had to receive your sacraments. And it was just kind of information that they put in me, and then I kind of forgot. There was never any personal impact in that. So my grandma was coming to Beacon. My aunt and uncle were also coming to Beacon. And at the time, my aunt was running the kids program, and I liked kids. I wanted at that time to be a teacher and all that stuff. And I liked being with kids, and my grandma was teaching a class, so I helped her teach the class. And actually how I learned a lot of my first Bible stories was hearing my grandma teach them to the second graders. And I was learning right along with them and also helping her. So that's how I kind of started coming more regularly, and I just really enjoyed that. And there's something about the childlike faith and learning that way and really be able to grasp the gospel. Because I said, my aunt, uncle, my grandma were already there, so my mom just saw it as I was just going with them. And she would come every once in a while with us, but there was no impact on them. Yeah, they definitely, I think, saw some changes in me in the way that I was living and the decisions that I made, whether it was work related or my relationship, because I wound up dating and marrying my Alpha leader. Yeah. I got married young. The way we dated was a lot different than the way I had dated other people beforehand, and my family got to see that. and the decisions I was making. My life's completely different than I would have visualized 15 years ago. Like, I never would have thought that I'd be a pastor. Like, that just kind of happened. Like, there was no aspirations of becoming a pastor. God said, this is what you're going to do. And I said, okay, guess we're doing this. So, working with the church, working with students and being able to walk alongside them in that aspect of their life, when for me it was like a very lonely part of my life where I wish I would have had someone to come alongside me and speak truth into me. And now I get to do that for other people. Is really cool, and I get to see how God used my past to be in my present. And yeah, I just never would have thought that that's how he would use me. Never felt like qualified for those things, but he's called me out of my comfort zone in a lot of ways. So yeah, my life looks different. Never would have thought I got married young and then had kids and all that good stuff. It's just cool how we played it all out. Kind of funny. Like I said before, he just kind of dropped it in my lap. I first started helping with the student ministries because the youth group was going on a trip up to New Hampshire, and it was all boys and one girl, and they didn't have a female leader. So Trevor asked me to go to be the female leader. So I went on that trip, and then he asked me to kind of come on board and help with the youth group. And I was helping like at youth group, but I was also doing a lot of the administrative work. So like sending out emails, planning events and all that stuff, which is still a big part of what I do now. And then when they were looking for a youth pastor, because that wasn't Trevor's actual role, he was just kind of stepping in that. When they were looking for a youth pastor, they asked me if I wanted to take over. And I said yes. And I took over as the ministry coordinator like 10 years ago. And I went through schooling. I got my master's degree in theology and got to learn a lot of things, which was really cool. Got to see a lot of different opinions on stuff and how other people view Jesus. And then I got the role of pastor, which is still really weird to me. There's been so many experiences, but I think one of the cool things, not like a singular experience, but in a whole, seeing the seeds that we sow when students are young, watching them grow up, and then seeing their stories now that they're older, and how God is working in their lives, and seeing the way that God has used me and my team to speak that truth and be the hands and feet of Christ in their life, and knowing that even when it's hard, even when it's might feel thankless or frustrating or scary, like it's all worth it. And the work that we're doing is not just for now, and it's not just for 10 years from now when we see them, it's impact for eternity. I think their lives are changed for eternity, and that's a pretty cool thing. I think it's being in constant prayer and communication with him, praying for guidance, praying for wisdom, praying for patience with my children, trying to spend quality time with him, even in chaos, knowing that it's important and it's worth it, even if my quiet time gets interrupted 17 times and I need to pause and make breakfast, or I need to pause and blow a nose. Like, it's still important to have that, and he sits there and he waits for me even while I'm busy. And it's also praying with my kids, praying over my kids, doing devotionals with them. It's sitting in with students and having discipleship and digging into their relationship with God. It's praying for my husband and my team and all that good stuff. So I didn't meet him at Alpha. We met beforehand, but he was my Alpha leader. We weren't dating yet, and then we were dating. I think my husband has really helped shape my faith. He's one of the first people to show me like the love of Christ, to be Christ in my life. When I first met him, I didn't know Jesus in a personal way, but he saw what God was doing in me and what God was doing through me. And he didn't give up on me in that. And he's been so supportive all along the way and everything that God has brought us to and through. I think that people should just know that the love that Jesus has waiting for them is a love that they're looking for. Because we all desire to be loved in a perfect way. And there's no one on this earth that's going to be able to love us that way except for Christ. And he's able to fill that in a way that our hearts and our souls need.